Good morning, friends. Today we are going to start the new topic regarding the fish diseases management. Our paper number is 6th, Fish Diseases Management, and in that uh, topic we are going to see another one important fish disease, that is Ichthyophonus. Dear friends, these fishes, as we know, that living into the aquatic conditions, therefore ultimately the spread of the disease is through the water and certain other type of the predators and so on. Here this ichthyophonus disease is also occurring into the fresh water as well as the marine water. This is affecting many species coming from the rivers, lakes, reservoirs as well as the marine water bodies. This ichthyophonus disease is first of all reported by the scientist, that is von Huferi. Therefore von Hufer in 1893. Therefore the name is given as the Ichthyophonus huferi. Ichthyophonus is a genus and Huferi is a species. Of course, this Ichthyophonus huferi was considered as the protozoan. Later on, after detailed study, it has been placed into the fungi, that is fungus. So it is one type of fungal disease. It is one type of mycotic disease found into the fresh water as well as marine water. When we see about its symptom, what are the externally visible symptoms are there. This Ichthyophonus shows a certain type of the symptom, and it is mostly important symptom is the body is covering with a granular structure, a rough granular structure like the sandpaper. So the skin is possessing a rough granular surface like the sandpaper. This is one of the important symptom of this ichthyophonus disease. Rather than this rough skin surface, granular skin surface or sandpaper like skin surface, along with that it is having a grey to white color spots, grey to white color lesions into the internal organs also. So this presence of the lesions as well as the nodular structure into the internal organ, it is also one of the important, we may call as symptoms. After all, this is the internal type of symptom, the presence of the you may call as a lesions or nodular structure into the internal organ such as stomach, intestine, the liver, kidney. So they have such type of appearance into the internal body organ. On that basis we can identify the fish on what basis it is of the Ichthyophonus. This parasite, that is fungus, is obligate like structure and it is a spherical or oval in shape, yellowish brown in color, and it is having a granulated type of cytoplasm. This fungus lives in a intracellular parasites on the tissue of the organism, various type of organisms, and that organisms will get encysted into the host tissue and host body, and where it reproduce and producing a large number of the daughter cells. So this, when it is reproducing in the cyst, the development, multiplication of the cells is taking place into the cyst. we call as the encystation process is there, and when the wall of that cyst is thin, it will be break down very easily and spores will release. And when wall of the cyst is too much thick, at that time that cyst will die within the wall, within the wall of that cyst. We know that it is a fungal disease, therefore it reproduces in both the way. Sexual reproduction is there, asexual reproduction is there. So it is producing the spores. That there are generally three kinds of spores are identified. One is undeveloping spore, another one is developing spore, and next one is the plasmidospore. So the undeveloping spore, developing spores, and plasmidospores, these are the spores found during the different developmental condition of that Ichthyophonus hooferi. The formation and spread of plasmido from plasmid spores as a secondary infection agent is noted. Transmission of electron microscopy revealed that in these cases this parasite is multinucleated. It having different type of cell organelles containing the cell wall, which is having undulating type of the cell membrane, as well as endoplasm is there, endoplasmic reticulum is there, and it is also having polymorphic type of the spherical mitochondria with short tubulovascular type of cristae, dactylosomes with pale plate-like structure, as well as it is also having droplets of the fat bodies, and it also reported that the vacuoles are also there, and that vacuoles might be containing a glycogen. So it is very simple structure of this fungus. I repeat it within a minute also, within a minute. Here it is having three types of developmental spores. One is of the undeveloping spore, next one is developing spore, and next one is a plasmidospore. So that spores are just get released and infection started. When we see the detailed structure of that fungus, that parasite, it is having the cell wall, the cell membrane is there, and which is in the form of undulating membrane. It contains various type of the cell organelles. Mitochondria is there, as well as mitochondria is a polymorphic form. A vesicle is there, vesicular cristae is there, and it also possessing droplets of the lipid. When we see the mode of transmission, how that infection transfer from one fish to other fish. Of course, as earlier previous I told that it is living into the water, fishes are living into the water, therefore water is a media by which the water is a medium by which the parasites are transferred from one fish to other fish. Particularly the mode of transmission is oral route, injection of eating of the infected raw fishes, and such type of the infected fishes when get in contact with the another fresh fish, at that time the infection starts. As well as that infection just carries the lesions, or you may call as the spots, and that damage the gills, and that gills is another way where the infections spread into the body. It helps in spreading from infection with the fecal matter also. When infected fishes leaves the fecal matter, that fecal matter will get in contact with another fresh one fishes, and therefore infection is transmitted through the fecal matter through the water, as well as by contact between diseased fish with the healthy one. When we see the mode of transmission, it is a oral transmission is there, as well as when fresh fish come in contact with the another infected fish, there will be the chances of infection. Besides that, one more thing is there. Here the transmission mode of this Ichthyophonus hooferi, it is a unidirectional transmission. That means that infection will start to the unidirectional. It is very simple. It is just from the prey to predators. That means from smaller fishes to larger fishes. Larger fishes eat the smaller fishes, therefore larger fishes will become infected. So it is one type of a unidirectional mode of transmission. In this transfer, a unidirectional transfer from small prey to larger predators. That means larger fishes will eat the smaller fishes, and when smaller fishes is infected with such a disease, at that time ultimately the larger fishes will also become infected. This is a simple mode of transmission. It is by the oral route, it is by the skin, direct contact with the another infected fish, and of course it is a unidirectional. That is, when larger fish eat the smaller fishes, it will get infected. I told that this Ichthyophonus disease is having very little information regarding its external type of symptoms. One important external type of symptom is that a granular skin is there, rough sandpaper like skin is there. This is one visible type of symptom. Rather than this, when that disease extends, and it also transmit to the internal organs also, liver, kidney, gallbladder, air bladder, and so on. Here it will just produces, sorry, phone is coming. So it produces in the internal infection in the form of smaller white color nodular like structure. When fish is in a advanced condition of infection, it gives the rough surface of the skin, and to the internal organ a nodular structure, a white nodular structure will form into the over the surface of the internal organs. These infective units are showing swelling and necrotic lesion. Some may rupture through the skin, leaving small opening. These are located on the lateroventral tail region. Those are black in color and a rise above in skin. That rising of the skin is giving the presence of the sand-like paper. Those lesions found in the internal organs are white nodular form, as I have told already, and similar to the granular lesion of such type of Mycobacterium infection. The nodules found in heart, liver, kidney, spleen, brain are filled with the cellular type of debris and fungus. Infection on liver, kidney lead to abdominal disease and exophthalmia. Infection of swim bladder, which led to damage the tissue of the swim bladder, and here it will just fish may die. The infection of the brain causes marked changes into the behavior of the fishes. And not only that, when the infections are heavier, at that time there may be the certain deformities into the vertebral column also occurs. So some are, in this case, in the case of the you may call as Ichthyophonus hooferi, some internal type of the symptoms are there, and some external types of the symptoms are there. External symptoms we can see by naked eye very easily, but when we want to go for the internal type of symptoms, what to do, it's a anatomical studies. Dear friends, after the symptoms, after the structure of this parasite, let us move towards the treatment and control. As we know that number of disease, they does not have the proper type of treatment yet now. Here also, in case of this Ichthyophonus hooperi, there is no therapeutic procedure for the treatment of this disease, and we know very well that the prevention is always better than the control. And another control is there: just stop the feeding on raw fishes as well as the infected type of food material. And particularly when fishes feeds upon the infected type of fishes, at that time the transmission of this disease also occur. Therefore, just you have to take the precaution. The fishes must be fed with a fresh type of food, and many of the times when that fishes that Ichthyophonus hooperi occurring into the aquarium or the pond or any other cultivation structure, at that time you have to just drain that water, and also you can apply the process of chlorination. As we know that, as earlier we said that it is a contagious type of disease. Therefore, whatever the instruments, whatever the nets, containers, bucket, tubs and utensils are we using in this culture system, you have to generally always disinfected with a suitable type of chemical. Particularly the potassium permanganate, you should have to wash, you should have to clean all the type of the nets, containers, bucket, tub, utensils, such type of the any suitable type of disinfectant. So it is one of the method to control the transmission of these diseases. Dear friends, just we left one slide, that is how that disease is occurring. So see here, it is a mycelium of that disease. As we know that it is a mycotic, it is in fungal nature. Therefore, in this picture, such type of the mycelium is there, as well as the spores are there. And when you see that the next slide, a cutted fish is open fish is there, you may find that it is having such type of white spot like nodules are there. That is the internal type of infection. We will stop here. Thank you very much.